This is the story of Shintaro Hida. Shintaro Hida was a Japanese physician who treated patients before and after the bomb. He was 28 years old when the bomb was dropped. The bomb was dropped on August 6th of 1945, and Shintaro Hida was 6 kilometers away from ground zero. Since Shintaro Hida was a physician, he helped patients recover from the bomb. One of his patients was Sadako Sasaki.
This is a story of Shigeko Sasamori. She was 13 years old and she was a victim of the bombing of Hiroshima. Her face was ruined from the explosion. When she was 23, she flew across the world to the USA in New York, where she became part of a program called the Hiroshima Maidens. This was a free plastic surgery for victims of the bombing, paid for by the USA. When her face was restructured, she was beautiful. This is a famous story about Sadako Sasaki. She was a patient of Shintaro Hida. When she was 2 years old, the bomb went off in Hiroshima. When the bomb exploded, she flew out of her house window and was buried under the ashes and rubble. Her mom ran after her and found her under the ashes, but there was too much smoke to see anything. They were covered in what was called black rain, also known as radiation rain. When she was 11 years old, she started to develop these blisters on her throat that were results from the black rain. She was transported to the Red Cross hospital where they diagnosed her with some deadly diseases. The doctor said that she had leukemia. It was very tragic for her. She needed to get a blood transfusion to stay alive. This worried her so much that she had no hope left for herself. When she was in the hospital, one of her roommates told her about a tale of folding 1,000 origami cranes. When you folded this, you'd get a special wish if you folded all of them. She hoped to use this wish to help her live. Unfortunately, she fell short of her goal before she was deceased. She only folded 644 of them.
Along with the patients mentioned before, there were also numerous ones who had other injuries. Half of their faces burned, with most of their faces burned, and there were numerous and countless people who were dead upon impact of the bomb. After reviewing the statistics and all of the numbers, the amount of people dead was shocking. With over 200,000 people dead upon impact of the bomb, and tens of thousands injured either from the radiation years and years after, or the black rain, many people died in the bombing of Japan. Not only were there deaths, but there were also many illnesses. Upon impact of the bomb, there was many repercussions. Towns, homes, and entire cities were just destroyed, with not many survivors left. Families became torn apart. Watching their loved ones die, seeing them just fade away, it made them very sad. Not only did it destroy families, but it struck fear in the hearts of many, knowing that at a time of total war, one country could have so much power. To this day, there are still 17,300 nuclear warheads in the world. Even 70 years after the bombing of Hiroshima, with all the deaths and injuries, we still create them and we still keep them in existence. We can't be for sure who holds the most nuclear power, who has the most nuclear advantage over one another, but with all of these still in existence, who knows what will happen to the world? With tensions rising in country to country and even in their own, what could happen is devastating and very unclear. What the future holds for nuclear, no one knows, but let's pray it's not as bad as Hiroshima. And that's the end of our PSA by Sharon Lee, Emily Locy, and Andrew Von Gries. We know it was a little bit long, but thanks for bearing with us and realizing the effects that Hiroshima had on the world.